3 mermaid companions named Coral, Luna, and Pearl were enthralled with the age-old tale of the Pearl of the Sea, which took place in a colorful underwater kingdom tucked away beneath the azure waters. The story murmured about a fabled pearl with unfathomable power that could grant anybody who found it their greatest desires. Coral, Luna, and Pearl decided to set off on a treacherous journey to find the elusive pearl because they were curious and had a strong desire for adventure. With joy and expectation in their hearts, they embarked on their journey. The mermaids faced several difficulties as they descended more into the enigmatic ocean's depths. Dangerous marine life prowled in the darkness, trying their cunning, bravery, and fortitude. Coral's strength and agility shielded them from the threats below, while Luna's quick thinking helped them make their way through a complex web of underwater mazes. As they traveled further, they came upon a mysterious chamber that was guarded by puzzling puzzles. Pearl solved the mysterious riddles and found the way ahead with her keen mind and strong commitment. They learned the value of trust and cooperation from the challenges, which also deepened their relationship. The test of allegiance presented the mermaids with their biggest obstacle to date as they continued on. Pearl gave in to her avarice after being seduced by the pearl's great power. She betrayed her pals in a moment of weakness in an attempt to keep the pearl for herself. Broken-hearted and racked with grief, Coral and Luna faced Pearl. They reminded her of the importance of their friendship and begged her to think twice before acting. Pearl was overcome with regret at realizing her error. She pleaded for their pardon, promising to put things right and show them again how faithful she was. Reunited and more powerful than before, the mermaids discovered an elderly sea turtle, an ancient guardian of the deep who had seen many civilizations come and go. The protector forewarned them of the Pearl of the Sea's enormous power and the responsibilities that went along with it. He said that the pearl might change the course of history and bring either immense riches or unfathomable chaos. The mermaids obediently heeded the guardian's warning, their knowledge having grown. They realized that the pearl's actual function was to benefit all ocean creatures rather than just themselves. With their newly acquired knowledge as a guide, the mermaids arrived at the Pearl of the Sea's legendary resting spot. Coral, Luna, and Pearl made a selfless wish that would change their lives in the ocean forever, as opposed to pursuing their own wishes. Their wishes were for harmony, tranquility, and the protection of their amazing undersea habitat. A dazzling light erupted from the pearl and spread throughout the ocean as their request reverberated through the depths. The sea's inhabitants flourished in the restored balance as the waters glistened with fresh energy. Following their kind deed, the mermaids realized that the pearl's real power was not in its ability to grant wishes, but rather in its capacity for sacrifice, love, and friendship. As heroes, they made their way back to their realm and taught everyone they could about their newfound knowledge. Many others were moved to embrace the virtues of friendship, loyalty, and selflessness by the story of their search for the Pearl of the Sea, which went on to become a legend in and of itself. The mermaids realized as they dove beneath the silvery waters that their voyage had not only transformed their own lives, but also permanently affected the course of the ocean they lived in. News of the Pearl of the Sea's transformational power and the mermaids' unselfish mission traveled far and wide across the seas. The tale moved and motivated creatures of all sizes and forms, from the enormous whales to the smallest seahorses. Marine life communities came together as a result of realizing how crucial collaboration and unity are to protecting their delicate ecosystem. To save their ecosystems and advance sustainable practices, they forged alliances and pooled resources and expertise. As attempts were made to stop their loss, coral reefs flourished and underwater gardens attracted a wide variety of animals with their brilliant hues. As the sea's protectors, the mermaids rose to prominence as peacemakers, promoting the preservation of the ocean's delicate balance as well as the protection of marine life. They journeyed from one kingdom to the next, imparting their knowledge and inspiring others to support their mission. The ocean underwent a stunning change as it recovered and flourished. The sea's once muted noises were replaced by a symphony of melodic harmony. Schools of fish danced in perfect harmony, dolphins jumped and whistled with delight, and whales sang their eerie sounds. The harmony and balance that had been attained were demonstrated by the captivating rhythm that the ocean was resonating with. Sensitive to the minute details of the ocean's harmony, the mermaids delighted in the splendor all around them, their tails flowing smoothly through the clear waters as they swam along the magnificent animals. Daily revelations and marvels served as a constant reminder of the strength of their altruistic desire. After many years, the mermaid's search for the pearl of the sea had become a folktale that was deeply rooted in the minds of all those who lived below the surface. Future generations of marine creatures and mermaids alike were inspired by their legacy of love, friendship, and selflessness. Under the guidance of the values of harmony and environmental care, the undersea kingdoms had flourished into vibrant communities. The elder mermaids proudly observed as their heirs took up the torch and committed their lives to preserving the beauty of the water. With their mission accomplished, Coral, Luna, and Pearl swam together one more time, their tails glistening in the moonlight. They departed from the world they had tended and preserved with hearts full of thankfulness. Their souls became part of the ocean's timeless nature as they disappeared into the depths. Their sacrifice and love became an enduring part of the water, resonating through the waves as a testament to the strength of friendship and the significant influence that even the tiniest deeds of kindness can have. Thus, their tale persisted, muttering in the currents and rising with the waves, encouraging everyone who heard it to go out on their own journeys in search of love, harmony, and the preservation of the planet they called home. The mermaid's search for the pearl of the sea was abandoned centuries ago. History has been shaped by technical breakthroughs and human exploration, resulting in significant changes to the world above the seas. But below the surface, the ocean continued to be a haven for abundant life, protected by the mermaid's heritage. A young human explorer named Alex set out on an underwater expedition one tragic day. Alex dove into the depths with cutting-edge diving equipment and an enthusiastic heart, driven by a genuine interest for the wonders of the ocean. A gleam drew their attention as Alex descended further. A brilliant pearl, it glistened in the water like a ray of hope. Time had not reduced the pearl of the sea's potency as it had surfaced again. Alex found a hidden underwater tunnel with the help of the pearl and an unexplainable force. The adventurer descended into its depths to find an old chamber painted with paintings that told the story of the mermaid's fabled expedition. The walls seemed to whisper tales of friendship, love, and the tenacity of the ocean. Alex was brought to tears by the mermaid's stories of altruism and experienced a strong bond with the water and all its creatures. Acknowledging the obligation that accompanied the pearl's discovery, they swore fervently to preserve and respect its power. As word of the pearl's reappearance traveled around the globe, scientists, environmentalists, and people from all walks of life became interested. People were drawn to it because of its potential for good and because it offered a chance to bring the ocean's delicate ecosystems back into balance. The world's oceans needed to be healed and preserved, thus a global movement was born. Communities banded together to clean up the coastline and support conservation initiatives. Businesses embraced sustainable practices, and governments enacted strict restrictions to safeguard marine life. Motivated by the enduring memory of mermaids, Alex rose to prominence as a proponent of ocean protection. They traveled the world telling people about the mermaids and the pearl's power, inspiring people to want to see change in the world. During their travels, Alex came across a group of dedicated people who were working nonstop to save the oceans. Marine biologists, environmentalists, and artists were among them, and they all offered their special talents to the cause. They united into an alliance and pledged to protect the ocean and its priceless riches with their life. Alex and their newfound pals received guidance and encouragement from the mermaid spirits that were constantly present in the currents. As they murmured words of wisdom and encouragement, their ghostly voices served as a constant reminder of their eternal legacy and the value of unity. The ocean started to mend as the world community's combined efforts gained traction. Sea turtle populations increased, coral reefs bloomed once more, and marine life's joyful songs resounded. The world marveled at the restoration of the ocean's beauty, which confirmed humankind's ability to adapt and grow again. The Union of Ocean Defenders established a refuge for the Pearl of the Sea, which is today recognized as a symbol of hope and transformation. It acted as a reminder of the mermaids' unselfish mission and their continued dedication to protecting the fragile balance of the ocean. The story of the mermaids and the search for the Pearl of the Sea would be passed down to future generations. They would continue the heritage of love, camaraderie, and environmental responsibility motivated by the ocean's tenacity and the strength of oneness. Within, a new age began, one in which the preservation of the oceans came to be seen as essential to the human experience. The world was forever changed by the mermaids' mission, which inspired everyone who heard their story to believe that every person has the capacity to bring about positive change and that, working together, they might create a future in which the ocean's wonders would last a lifetime. The impact of global efforts to save the oceans was felt throughout the seas as a result of everyone's unity in this regard. The songs of marine life resounded harmoniously in every part of the depths, sending the ocean's symphony to new heights. The soul-stirring songs of whales created huge choruses that could be heard over wide expanses of the ocean. All who listened were moved by the captivating tapestry of sound that the tunes weaved and twisted together. The lively and acrobatic dolphins danced in perfect synchrony, their whistles and clicks matching the beat of the waves. Underwater dance was produced by the graceful manta rays and the intricate schools of multicolored fish, among other creatures of the deep, moving with purpose and elegance. With humankind's combined efforts and the ocean's healing power, the once endangered species flourished and their populations were restored. A new generation of mermaids surfaced from the depths as the oceans flourished, lured by the restored beauty of their underwater environment. These young mermaids assumed the position of guardians because they had a strong sense of duty and respect for the sea. With unflinching devotion, the new mermaids took on their responsibilities, guided by the souls of Coral, Luna, and Pearl. Representing the various marine kingdoms and species, they established a council and put forth great effort to guarantee the ongoing defense and maintenance of the ocean's fragile ecosystems. Working together with human experts, the mermaid guardians shared their profound knowledge of the secrets of the water and their age-old wisdom. In order to promote their conservation objective, they collaborated to develop cutting-edge technologies and environmentally friendly methods. Nations all throughout the world established the Global Alliance for Ocean Conservation, inspired by the mermaids and the ocean's rejuvenated beauty. Global leaders united, putting aside differences in politics to give the health and welfare of the ocean top priority. The coalition put aggressive plans into action to stop habitat destruction, overfishing, and pollution. They created huge marine protected zones, which allowed ecosystems to recover and wildlife to flourish. Our knowledge of the intricate web of life in the ocean has increased as a result of collaborative research projects, which have informed sustainable practices and directed conservation efforts. The movement's main tenet became education, with both adults and children being taught the value of the ocean and their part in its preservation. Marine science was introduced into the curriculum by schools in an effort to instill in the next generation a strong bond with and love of the water. The Mermaids' legacy and their search for the pearl of the sea were woven into the fabric of human awareness over time. The values and priorities of the people who live on this planet have changed significantly, along with the condition of the oceans. Originally viewed as an unbounded resource to be exploited, the ocean has evolved into a beloved companion on the human journey. The fragile equilibrium between the marine environment and humans was maintained, guaranteeing a day in the future when both may coexist peacefully. Now completely assimilated into the vivid energy of the water, the mermaid souls continue to mentor and uplift everyone who sought their wisdom. Every soothing wave, every fun splash, and every amazing meeting with marine life was infused with their ethereal presence. As a result, the legend of the mermaids and the pearl of the sea persisted, serving as a timeless lesson in the value of friendship, love, and teamwork. The symphony of the ocean continued, its melodies echoing in the hearts of those who heard it, eternally reminding people of the sea's great beauty and priceless worth. Now that the waters were thriving and the mermaid heritage was deeply ingrained in popular culture, humanity was looking forward to exploring new lands. Ambitious missions were undertaken by explorers and scientists to unravel the secrets of the deep, spurred on by the marvels of the undersea environment. Innovation in research vessels and state-of-the-art technology made it possible to reach previously uncharted depths. Submersibles outfitted with cutting-edge imaging equipment revealed the amazing landscapes buried beneath the waves and acquired amazing images of hitherto unseen marine creatures. These expeditions discovered amazing underwater ecosystems that were brimming with color and life. Every finding contributed to the mosaic of understanding and wonder, from the bioluminescent organisms that shone in the deepest reaches to the exquisite coral formations that graced the ocean floor. The understanding of the sea's interdependence grew along with exploration. Diverse countries' scientists, researchers, and explorers collaborated and pooled their knowledge to expand their comprehension of the world's marine ecosystem. International symposiums and conferences developed as forums for knowledge exchange and collaboration building. To address the intricate problems facing the oceans, interdisciplinary teams brought together their knowledge of environmental science, oceanography, and marine biology. These cooperative efforts produced some groundbreaking findings. The discovery of new species shed light on the enormous richness that existed beneath the waters. Scientists have shed light on the delicate balance that supported life in the ocean by dissecting the complex links that exist between various creatures and their habitats. Sustainable living has undergone a revolution thanks to the knowledge gleaned from ocean study and exploration. People all throughout the world adopted lifestyle choices that reduced their negative environmental effects and enhanced ocean health. Communities embraced renewable energy sources, reduced their use of plastic, and adopted eco-friendly lifestyles. In order to maintain the long-term sustainability of fish populations and the means of subsistence for coastal communities, sustainable fishing methods have become the standard. Indigenous wisdom and customs that are firmly ingrained in harmony with the natural world have come to be acknowledged and esteemed. Sustainable growth was aided by technological and engineering advancements. Ocean-inspired architecture and biomimicry produced energy-efficient structures, transportation networks, and infrastructure that imitated the adaptability and efficiency of marine life. Generations after them were inspired by the Mermaids' legacy and their search for the pearl of the sea. Tales about the ocean's wonders and their duty to preserve it grew up with children. Comprehensive environmental education was included into school curricula to foster a lifelong love and knowledge of the oceans in students. The story of the mermaids grew to represent resiliency and optimism, serving as a reminder to humanity of the transformational potential of selflessness and oneness. Coastlines were studded with monuments and artworks honoring their memories, acting as a constant reminder of the ocean's natural beauty and our responsibility to protect it. People understood that all ecosystems on Earth are interdependent, and this led to a sense of cooperation and management that went beyond the oceans. The knowledge gleaned from the oceans helped humanity tackle other urgent environmental issues, such as combating climate change and preserving threatened terrestrial habitats. A future of harmony and sustainability therefore emerged as people around the world embraced the wisdom of the mermaids and collaborated to safeguard the waters and the planet. Once on the verge of extinction, the waters have recovered to become a representation of resiliency and rebirth, a tribute to the strength of human kindness and the undying spirit of the mermaids who had captivated the globe. With the soft waves lapping at their feet, Alex stood at the edge of the lake. The immense expanse of the water was illuminated by the sun's golden glow as it set over the horizon. It was the end of an incredible adventure they had traveled with the mermaids, and a time for deep introspection. Alex felt an overwhelming sense of appreciation as the memories filled their minds. Thankfulness for the bonds they had made, the knowledge they had gained, and the amazing beauty of the undersea world they had grown to love. Humans and mermaids shared a greater link than ever before, one that showed what amazing things might be accomplished when two hearts beat together. During their travels, Alex had seen firsthand the remarkable endurance of nature, as well as the catastrophic effects of human activity on the seas. They had witnessed living, breathing coral reefs that were gradually making a full recovery with the aid of devoted researchers and enthusiastic people. They had come across societies all across the world that, moved by their tale, were making modest efforts to protect the priceless riches of the ocean. The sea glistened with fresh life today. Sea turtles moved across the water with grace, their age-old knowledge a monument to the restorative power of compassion and love. Schools of vivid fish moved in unison, the diversity and oneness of the human and mermaid worlds reflected in their colors. A council of guardians was established by a group of mermaids, humans, and other supernatural beings who were all committed to defending the water. They collaborated, came up with creative solutions, and acknowledged all successes, no matter how minor. As an experienced supporter, Alex carried on their goal of enlightening and motivating people, understanding that everyone had a responsibility to preserve the ocean for future generations. Alex experienced a deep sense of calm as the last of the sun's rays illuminated the sky with vibrant colors. Even though saying goodbye was heartbreaking, they understood that the relationship between humans and mermaids would last a lifetime because the journey had gone full circle. Future generations would be inspired by the tale they had shared as it spread through time. With optimism and thankfulness in their eyes, Alex took one last glance at the ocean as the waves continued to speak their immortal melody. Though their voyage had come to a satisfying end, their love of the ocean and its protectors will always be a source of inspiration. The legacy of Alex and the mermaids would endure as a tribute to the enduring power of compassion, unity, and the endless wonders of the sea. For as long as there were oceans to explore and hearts ready to preserve them,